So that they're giving us a parallelogram. Let me just draw it. It's like this. Please make sure that as you draw your parallelogram, you draw it using a ruler so that it can be neat. And then that's gonna be K. That's gonna be N right there. And then here we're having M. Please make sure that you are writing notes. And then that's L. And then I was having someone, I'm not sure I was having someone on the who didn't connect on the session. I think 𝗚𝗏𝗱𝗲, can you hear me? Do we have 𝗚𝗏𝗱𝗲 on the session? I want to make sure that you are also connected since you had a challenge with connecting. Okay, let's continue. Please draw that. Yeah, where is that question? Just a second. Oh yeah, there you go. So it's KNML, just like that. And then that's saying it's 5x minus 12 here. 5x minus 12. And then here we are having one, 3x plus 18. 3x plus 18. It's 3x plus 18. Please write it properly. 3x plus 18. And then they're saying, yes?
𝗚𝗏𝗱𝗲 says she can't hear you.
Who? Okay. Am I audible now?
𝗚𝗏𝗱𝗲.
Okay. She can't hear me. Please tell her to put.
Yes, you are.
Okay, please tell her to put headsets.
Yes.
Yes, to those who can't hear me, please make sure that you are putting headsets. Please tell her to put headsets. So KLMN is a parallelogram. So they're telling us that is a parallelogram. Thank you so much for that. It's a
Okay.
gram. Thanks. It's a parallelogram. And then,
okay, so
sure. They're saying calculate the size of the interior angles. So they're saying calculate the size of the interior angles. Calculate the size of the interior angles. So this question is similar to the one that we just did. Calculate the size of the interior angles. The interior angles. So when they want us to calculate the size of the interior angles, what's going to happen is you're gonna calculate it as follows. So one thing that is very important, this part is the one that is very important, this one. You'll actually see how. KLM is a parallelogram, it's one line or one statement that is very important. So if they're telling us that that is a parallelogram, then it means something. So since they're telling us that KLM is a parallelogram, let me do like this. So here it's gonna be our solutions. So let me ask you a question. What is a parallelogram? Since they're telling us that KLMN is a parallelogram, what is a parallelogram? Anyone who wants to ask? Anyone who wants to answer me, so to say? What is a parallelogram? According to your own understanding.
Mr. I will say a parallelogram is a quadrilateral with both pairs of opposite sides parallel.
Yes, that's 100% correct. So a parallelogram, it's a quadrilateral with both pairs of opposite sides parallel. So let's look at this, the green statement that I highlighted. So they are telling us that KLMN is a parallelogram, sharp. And then I ask you a question to say, what is a parallelogram? Then 𝗘𝘂𝗰𝗋𝗃 is saying a parallelogram, it's a quadrilateral with both pairs of both sides being parallel. Here comes the question. So since now we understand that a parallelogram is a quadrilateral with both pairs of both sides being parallel, do you have parallel lines on KLMN?
No, no, we don't have parallel lines.
Yes, then they told us that KLMN is a parallelogram, Angel. And then you guys, since you understand that a parallelogram is a quadrilateral with both pairs of both sides being parallel, it means to say you must go back to the diagram and check if you are given parallel lines. So when you look at the diagram here, they didn't give us some parallel lines. It's your duty to now know. Do you see that now? It means to say we are adding extra information on the diagram. So it means, sorry, so it means to say now I'm going to put my parallel lines because according to my own understanding, or a definition of a parallelogram is that a parallelogram is a quadrilateral that has both pairs of opposite sides being parallel. Hence, at the beginning, we didn't have parallel lines. But for the mere fact that they told us that this is a parallelogram, it means to say you must introduce parallel lines. That's the first thing that you need to do. Are you all with me?
Yes, miss.
Yes. And then, since now you understand that, it means to say we can now solve because they're saying calculate the size of the interior angle. So when they say the size of the interior angle, they simply want what? They simply want the angle K on its own, N on its own, M, as well as L. So there are many ways to actually get this. So one thing that we need to understand, I'm gonna say angle K is equals to angle M. Who can tell me why am I saying angle K is equals to angle M? Why am I saying angle K is equals to angle M? Show Sipho.
Two pairs of opposite angles are equal.
Yes, pairs of opposite sides or opposite angles of a palm are equal. So you can just say opposite angles of a palm are equal. So when you say opposite angles of a palm simply means to say a parallelogram.
Parallel.
Yes. Palm simply means to say parallelogram. Ne? And then with regards to that, let's check angle K. So we welcome you, Michael. I'm not sure who's that, but yeah, we welcome you. So when we look at angle K, what is angle K? So angle K is given as what? 5x minus 12 from the diagram. So here it means to say you go back to the diagram, you check what are you given. So here we are given angle K, we are given as 5x minus 12. So you're gonna say 5x, I hope it's visible, minus 12. And then you're gonna say what? You're gonna say it's equals to what? What is angle M?
3x plus 18.
Plus 18. So here we'll just write 3x plus 18. Just like that. Now you solve for x. So when you solve for x, remember we pair like terms. Like terms, these are terms which look alike or the terms that carry the same variable. So the one that has x, I'm gonna pair with the one that has x. Ne? So look at this. That's gonna be 5 x. And then look at that 3x. So that 3x, what I'm going to do, I'm going to transpose it to the other side. So when I take 3x transposing it to the other side, it changes the sign to become minus 3x. It's equals to, then here we are having 18. You're going to write that 18. After writing that 18, remember, negative 12, when you transpose it to the other side, it changes the sign to become positive 12. Do you all understand?
Positive.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
And then from here, I'm going to say 5x minus 2x. What is 5x minus 2x, guys?
Minus 3x is 2x.
Is 2x, correct? It's going to be 2x. Then you say equals to. Then what's 18? 18 plus 12?
80.
Yeah?
30.
30. So you're going to write 30. Yes. And then how do I solve x? Here?
You divide by 2 on
Yes,
both
you
sides.
divide
Both sides by 2.
Yes, you divide both sides by 2 because math says what you do on the left-hand side, you also do it on the right hand side. So I'm gonna, yes, I'm gonna say divide by 2. Then 2 cancels 2. Therefore, the value of x, what's gonna be the value of x? 30 over 2. What is 30 divided by 2? 15.
50.
Yes, 15. But we have not yet answered the question. 15. So look at this. They're saying calculate the size of the interior angles. So when they say the size of the interior angles, they want K on its own, they want angle N on its own, they want what? They want angle M as well as angle L. Do you see? So what basically, from what basically they gave us, let's look at that. So that is K. So look at K. So our angle K is given as 5x minus 12. 5x minus 12. And then you'll say angle K, it's equals to, then you say 5, open bracket, since we're having x, and then in a place of x, I'm going to put 15. So that will be 15, Naldo and the rest of the crew, minus 12. And then from there, what I'm going to do, now I'm solving for K, because they say the size. So when they say the size, let me give you a hint. The size simply means to say an angle in simple English. Ne? And then from there, I'm going to say angle K. It's equals to what is 5 times 15? Is it 45? I'm not sure. It can't be 45. It's more than that.
75.
Yeah, 75 minus 12. So what is 75 minus 12?
63.
Therefore,
63.
the size of angle K is equals to, is it what?
63.
63. So it will be 63 degrees. So since they say the size of, calculate the size of the interior angle. So here we got what? 63 degrees. After getting 63 degrees, let me show another concept. So now we are having parallel lines. You must remember the term 𝗏. So do you see? This word is very important, this one. It's not every teacher who teaches it. If you find a good teacher like myself, then I'm going to teach you it. 𝗏. So it has all the reasons of Euclidean geometry. So when you check this, look at this. I'm going to highlight this. Let me just highlight it so that you can basically see. So look at the highlighted blue part, which is going to be that part. So that is U. And we're having our parallel lines. This angle K plus N should be 180 degrees according to the second one. I told you that that's going to be co-interior angles are supplementary, if you still remember. Ne? So it means to say from here, I'm going to say angle K, it's a continuation. Please make sure, I don't have space. Please make sure that you write it proper. So you'll say angle K plus N is equals to 180 degrees. So why do we say it's 180 degrees? Is because of its co-interior angles are supplementary. You say co-interior angles supplementary. So I repeat, in maths, when we speak about supplementary angles, these are angles that add up to 180 degrees. And then when we speak about complementary angles, these are angles that add up to 90 degrees. So look at this. We recently got the value of K being 63 degrees. So in a place of K, write 63 degrees. And mind you, if you don't understand, please make sure that you let me know. Ne? So that's going to be 63 degrees. And then now we solve the unknown letter, which is N. Plus N equals to 180 degrees.
Oh, I know.
Yes. And then from here, you'll say, therefore, the size of angle N is going to be equals to what? 180
108 minus
Yes.
63 degrees.
Sure, minus 63 degrees. Therefore, the size of angle N, what is 180 minus 63?
117 degrees.
It's going to be what?
117 degrees.
117, like this?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. So we recently got the size of what? The size of angle N, we got what? 117. 117. So by just me looking at this, I'm actually now seeing 3 ways in which I can calculate the size of angle L. But before you find angle L, let's find angle M because it's straightforward. So M is equals to 3x plus 18. So with regards to angle L, I'm now seeing three ways in which you can solve that. I'm gonna show you, don't worry. So angle M is equals to 3x plus 18. So you're gonna say angle M is equals to 3x, and then you write plus 18 degrees. Let me just double check if I wrote it properly from the diagram. 3x plus 18, yeah. And then from this, you now substitute. Remember, you have the value of x, so that will be angle M. It's equals to, then that will be 3, open bracket. The value of x, what did we get? What did we get?
15.
Yeah, 15. You'll say 15, and then you say plus 18. Angle M, it's equals to, then you say 3 times 15. Is it 45?
45.
Yeah, you just say 45,
Yes.
and then you say plus 18. And then you say, therefore, angle M
63.
is equals to, is it 63? Yes. Awan, do you know why we're getting a 63.1K and 63.1M?
Yes.
Look at this. And here they told us to say KLM is a parallelogram. And then, when you go back to your notes again, I told you that there are many ways to kill a gate. Actually, I'm now seeing 4 ways. 4 ways in which we'll get angle M or angle L. So let me show you one. So since they told us that KLMN is a parallelogram, you now know that one of the reasons of a parallelogram says that both pairs of opposite sides of a PEM are what are equal. So I can actually say angle K is equal to angle M in another way. So we actually got it
Yes.
like this. This is how we can actually get it. Or another alternative solution, if you're not going to use this one, someone can say, me, I didn't get it like this. I'm just going to say angle K is equal to angle M. Like this. Let me show you. Angle K, someone will write it like this. It's equals to angle M. Remember, in geometry, each and every statement should be accompanied by the reason. And then itloba opposite angles of a palm are equal. Opposite angles of a palm. Opposite angles of a palm are equal. Or opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Palm simply means parallelogram. And then look at this. We want to get the size of angle M. Remember, we got 63 for K. It means to say in the place of K, you're now going to write 63. So that's going to be 63 degrees. It's equals to M. Do you see? Therefore, angle M, it's equals to 63. So it doesn't matter. Myself, when I teach maths, that's why you guys are getting AMA distinction is because of I use many ways. So we got this one, or you got this one, it's another way. Not only that, you're done calculating angle M. After getting that, someone can say, me, I prefer to find it like this. I can say, I can try to add these two. That's another way for you to get M. You'll say angle N plus angle M is equals to 180 degrees. You know why? It's because of Kn is parallel to Lm, hence it's going to be co-interior angles are supplementary. So you say N plus M is equals to 180. Co-interior angles are supplementary. Then you substitute in the place of N 117. You still get M being 63 degrees. Any question? And then,
No question, Miss.
sure. With regards to angle L, I'm also seeing 4 ways in which you can do that. One way, let me show you another way for finding angle. Angle L. So what I'm gonna do, you're gonna answer it like this. There are many ways to kill a cat. So let me show you. Option number 1 of calculating angle L. I'm gonna say angle N on its own is equals to angle L. What's gonna be the reason? Opposite angles of a palm are equal. Opposite angles of a palm. Opposite angles of a palm or opposite angles of a palm or parallelogram are equal. That's how you can actually get it, being option number 1. I'm going to show you 4 ways, don't worry. And then with regards to this, now we want to solve angle L. So we did calculate angle N. What did we get with regards to angle N? Let's check.
117 degrees.
117, sure. In a place of L, you're going to put 117 because that's the one that we actually got. So it means to say, this solution of angle L, I'm going to show you 4 ways. I want you to master this to say, there's no necessary for you to write all of them, but just write all of them for the sake of understanding. But in an exam, you're actually going to choose one option. I like to show you using many ways so that you can choose the one that you best prefer, the one that is easy. So it will be 117 degrees is equals to angle L. Therefore, angle L is equals to 117 degrees. That's the first way to get it. And then here, let me show you option number 2 on how you can get it. Option number 2 of how you can get angle L, they give you parallel lines. So you'll say angle L plus angle M, it equals to 180 degrees. Co-triangles are supplementary. Remember, each and every statement should be accompanied by the reason. So here you'll just say co-interior angles supplementary. So to those who don't know, when you speak about supplementary angles, these are angles that add up to 180 degrees. And then we want to solve angle L. So you'll say angle L plus what did we get with regards to angle M? There you go, we got 63. Now, you'll just write 63 degrees. Sure.
Yes.
It's equals to 180. Then you now solve for L. So you'll say angle L, it's equals to 180 minus 63. Because when you take 63 to the other side, it changes the sign from positive to become negative. Therefore, the value of angle L, what are we going to get? The value of angle L, I think that should be 117. Am I wrong or right? Should be 117. There's no way. It's the same as this one. That's option number 2.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me now show you option number 3. Option number 3 is more or less similar to
107.
Yes. Option number 3 is more similar to the one that I just did now. Someone can
Yeah,
actually,
Right.
You are
yes, sure. Yo, itimile. Yo, yane. Can you all hear me?
Yes, miss.
Oh, but I'm not seeing the board. Yo. And it went off. Where's my board? Yes, I can't see the board. Hello, guys. Can you hear me? Yo, sorry, my network, yeah. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, my network is not stable. I don't know what's happening. Yo. But I hope you were learning. So let's just try to continue. So I'm not gonna redraw the diagram, but we're just gonna continue from where we left. So I wanted to show you, I'm not sure on which option I was. I think it's option number 3 where I was. Yeah, I think it's option number 3. I was just trying to explain option number 3 of getting L, and then it switched off. So option number 3, as I was just trying to say, sorry for that. So someone can say angle K plus angle L. K plus angle L still gonna be equals to 180, same reason, co-interior angles are supplementary. So we'll just say co-interior angles are supplementary, just like that. Ne? So I'm just showing you this way so that you can be able to see this. And then in a place of K, what did we get K? Is it 63 or what?
Sir.
Yes.
Is it what?
63 that way.
Yeah, 63. So we'll just say
63.
63, Mr.
sure. Plus angle L is close to 180 degrees. Wabonore, math is good. You will get the same answer. So you say angle L, it's equals to that's 180 degrees. Then that will be minus 63. So I think you'll get again 117. Let's check. 117. It must be the same answer. There's no way.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the last option. Actually, there are 5 ways. But let me now show you the last option. Ne? This one is very important again. So I
5.
can, yeah, there are 5. I will say angle K plus angle N, sorry, plus angle M plus angle L. It's close to 360 degrees. So that is opposite angles, sum of angles of a quadrilateral. Sum of angles of a quad. So sum of angles of a quad, it means to say they must add up to 360. There is no other way around. So in a place of K, what did we get with regards to K? We got 63.
63.
Yes, we'll write 63 plus, and then what did we get with regards to N? What did we get N? N? 117.
107.
Sure. Plus, what did you get M? Our M was what?
Yes.
63.
63.
63. Sir.
Sure. And then you say plus L. It's equals to 360. Let's now add on the left-hand side of the equal sign. So 63 plus 117 plus 63, what do you get? $63 plus 117 plus 63. What do you get, guys? Let's add 63 plus 117 plus 63. 200 and what? 200 and? It's what? 200 and what, guys?
243
243. Like this?
and 40.
Like, is it like this? 243?
43.
Okay, sure. Then you say plus L equals to
Yes.
360.
243, Mr. Yes.
Yes, sure. It's equals to 360. Then you say angle
Yes.
L, it's equals to, then you write 360. Then you say minus 243. There's no way. You'll get 117. If you don't get 117,
Oh, yeah.
I'm no longer teaching you. Arboni, you will get 117. I didn't subtract, but I know. Should be 117. There's no way. Should be 117.
Yes, Mr.
Yes. I wonder if I was wrong, I was gonna say Tiro or 𝗘𝘂𝗰𝗍𝗃 or Michael or 𝗘𝘂𝗰𝗍𝗃 or anyone on the session become your maths teacher. Then myself, I'm gonna become a student. Or 𝗚𝗍𝗃𝗃 or anyone. So yeah, that's how basically we solve the. Any question? Any question?
No question, Mr.
𝗘𝘂𝗰𝗍𝗃 is saying no question. Tiro, no question. Michael, no question. Naldo, 𝗚𝗂𝗱𝗃, and the rest of the guys.
No questions.
Sure,
Questions,
Sipo. Sure. So the reason why I now know some of your names is because of on the Zoom session as you are joining. 𝗚𝗂𝗱𝗃 is written 𝗚𝗂𝗱, Tiro is written Tiro, Michael is written Michael, Naldo is written Naldo there, and then Minentle is not there today, and then there are also 2 guys who one connected with Samsung, another one connected with Hawaii. So I want to mention your names every now and then so that I can be able to know you guys, because some of your colleagues, I know them by their voice. So when 𝗚𝗂𝗱 is speaking, I know When 𝗘𝘂 is speaking, I know. When Michael is speaking, Naldo, I can now familiarize your voices. That's why when you are asking, I can be able to relate to say, oh, I'm speaking to this individual based on me knowing your names. But yeah, I hope you are learning. Any more questions? Because we are just left with 4 minutes.
No questions, sir.
No
Sir,
question.
I have a question.
Yes. Yes, 𝗘𝘂.
So, sir, if it's like this in the
If it's
exam,
like this, the exam what? Can you
whether
please?
we use option mark, if it's like this,
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's good.
Yes, I can hear you, 𝗘𝘂.
if it's 2 or 3, the mark allocation does not change. It stays the same.
Yeah, the mark allocation, it does not change. It stays the same. If you decide to use option number 3 and Michael decide to use option number 4, Naldo decide to use option number 1, Sipho or anyone on the group decide to use option number 2, as long as you used correct concept, correct reasoning with regards to it supporting your statement, as well as the correct final answer, then you're gonna get all the marks. So it doesn't matter which one you used. Ne?
Okay.
Sure,
Yes,
sure.
sir.
Any more question, guys? I'm gonna give you homework. Don't worry, you will understand. As long as myself, I'm gonna teach you everything. How to prove, I've shown you how to prove. We're still gonna do a lot of those. So it's just that myself, when I teach, I don't like teaching everything at a go just like that, because I understand that you won't understand me. So how I teach maths, ne? That's why most of you are getting our distinction, you are passing. Even when you check my reference of my students, they're always getting good grades with maths. It's because of how I teach like this. I teach you the concept of how to use it. And then after that, I don't rush into going to the next one. I give you examples based on that. If you can relate on this question, check the previous example that we did. We were mainly speaking about the parallelogram. Check the example that we are doing now. We are also speaking about the parallelogram. So the only difference is that though these examples, 2 of them, they're all of parallelograms. The previous one, they gave you my parallel lines, whereby you can actually see it at the go just like that. But when you look at this one, it's kind of like it needs you to think out of the box in a manner whereby they are telling you that 𝗘𝐿MN is a parallelogram. But when you go back to check the diagram, it doesn't have a parallel line. But you ask yourself a question, what is a parallelogram? Oh, a parallelogram is a quadrilateral with both pairs of opposite sides being parallel. Then you ask yourself a question. In my diagram, since they told me about the parallelogram, do I have parallel lines? No, I don't have a parallel lines. So what should now happen? It means to say you must think outside the box to say, you know what? It's a must that you must put them parallel lines. Even if they didn't tell you to put them. You know why? They're telling you that this is a parallelogram. So the way you're going to do geometry, they're not going to give you all the answers in a blueprint form just like that. They're just going to give you a piece of a pie, a hint. Then whenever you must think outside the box, then you combine the two, then you get all your solution. But if you never knew to say you must put them parallel lines, I believe most of you wouldn't even get it right. That's why, trace how I teach. On the previous sessions, there was a reason of me teaching you the basics. Oh, this is a parallelogram because we see it. It has opposite sides being parallel, opposite sides being equally length, and the opposite angles of a palm or of a parallelogram are equal. And then you now apply it on these 2 examples. So I now know going onwards, even if they were to give you an assignment or you're going to write a test with a parallelogram, you're not going to struggle. I'm not saying we are done, but you're still going to do a lot of this so that you get used to how you answer different types of questions. So this one, it just needed you to know that you introduce some parallel lines, then you use the properties of a parallelogram just like that. Ne? Any more question? Any more question?
No, sir.
Okay, sharp, sharp. It
No,
means
sir.
to say we are done for today. Sharp, sharp, ne, guys? Let's keep practicing.
Yeah.
Sure, sure. Let's keep practicing.
Sharp, miss.
Sharp, sharp. Hola.
Yes.